with me, I swear I'm gonna take you somewhere warm. You know j'adore la mer. Cause when the morning comes, I know you won't be there. Every time I turn around, you disappear. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Let me treat you to a dream. I like the way you talk, I like the things you wear. I want your number tattooed on my arm in ink, I swear. Cause when the morning comes, I know you won't be there. And every time I turn around, you disappear. Nice to meet you. One minute you're there, the next one you're gone. Been waiting for you all night to come on. You know what I need, you know what I fishing in the crawfish hole. 5-car poker on Saturday night, church on Sunday morning.
You get a line,
I get a pole, we'll go fishing in the crawfish
down in the
5-car poker on Saturday night, church on Sunday morning.
You get a line,
I get a pole, we'll go fishing in the crawfish
down in the
5-car poker on Saturday night, church on Sunday morning. On Sunday morning, you get a line, I get a poker. We'll go fishing in the crawfish down in the burnout. Poker on Saturday night, church on Sunday morning. You get a line, I get a poker. We'll go fishing in the crawfish down in the burnout. Poker on Saturday night, church on Sunday morning. You get a line, I get a poker. We'll go fishing in the crawfish down in the burnout. Saturday night, church on Sunday morning.
For the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. The superpowers we all have. We were born to love, not hate. We can decide our fate and look for the good in everyone and celebrate all our mistakes. If there's a silver lining, you still have to find it, find it, find it. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone. Everyone needs sunshine. Everyone needs rain. Everyone is carrying around some kind of pain. I see who you are. You're just like me. I see you're searching for a purpose, guided by a dream. I see who you are, I'm just like you. I get lost sometimes and I forget what I came here to do. I keep on trying, when it gets frightening. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good. Look for the good. Look for the good in everyone. Everyone is nature. Everyone is God. Everyone is love and light and vibration. Look for the good. Look for the good. Everyone gets mad sometimes and maybe they should. Look for the good. Look for Yeah, look out for all the heroes in your neighborhood. Look for the good. Look for the good. Life sure would be sweeter if everybody would. Look for the good in everything. Look for the people who will set your soul free. It always seems impossible until it's done. Look for the good in everyone.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Just like you, these seniors were preparing to graduate from Mariposa. They were shaped by their experiences, their teachers, their friends, their community, and the world around them. Their picture marks their place as graduates, as part of the history of MCHS. And now you share something in common with them. You are the Mariposa County High School graduating class of 2020. Your experiences, victories, triumphs, struggles, and personal achievements are like no class before you. You stand strong in the face of adversity because you know you are ready. It is now your time to make your mark. As you go out into the world, know that Mariposa County High School stands with you. We are proud of you and we are excited to be a part of your journey. As you go out into the world, remember, you will always be a Grizzly.
My name is Tanya Zastro, and I graduated from Mariposa High School in the class of 1985. One of my friends who suggested that I apply to a Forest Service Trails Technician position. It was located here in Cordova, Alaska. I instantly fell in love with it when I arrived, and it's also where I met my husband, Dave, who also worked for the Forest Service. I remember John Tomsick, who was my chemistry teacher, and Beth Tomsick, who was my French teacher. They both really cared. All my teachers cared, but they really did care. And I remember both of them reaching out to me and helping me succeed. It really was because of them that I realized how much the teachers were enthusiastic about their students' endeavors in and outside of the classroom.
Hey seniors, Miss Ryder, your 8th rail counselor here. First, don't tell anyone, but you will always be my favorite class. I have absolutely loved watching you guys grow and evolve as you've made your way through your Grizzly journey. Each and every one of you has your own special talent, your own passion, your own dreams, and you're now about ready to embark on your next adventure to find them. So go find them and come back and tell me about it. Congratulations, class of 2020. I will miss you.
Hey, Coach Vagley here. I just wanted to congratulate all the Grizzly 2020 graduates. It was very enjoyable to watch you guys grow into young adults the last 4 years. It was a great pleasure. I wish you all the best of luck. And if you ever need anything, don't be afraid to come back and ask or see or call or just come visit. Good luck to you guys.
Hey seniors, first I want to say how proud I am of you for supporting your family and your community during these last couple of months and staying inside. Your actions along with all the other students in America are helping to keep us all safe. But right now you're probably starting to think about your future. Maybe that means going to college and hitting the books. Maybe that means lacing up your boots and going to work. Or maybe that means making your own way in the world. But whatever it means, I know that as a Grizzly, you're going to make a big splash. Go class of 2020!
To the class of 2020, well, what can I say? I'm so proud of all of you. I've been very fortunate to have most of you in class at one time or another, and I can say without a doubt you're one of the greatest classes I've ever seen, and I'm very sad that our time in person got cut short. But the one thing I want to encourage you looking forward is that there's always a dawn, there's always a new day, and your class will continue to rise and ascend and do great things, and you will participate in culture fully, and you will participate in beautiful social relationships, and I can't wait to see what you all accomplish, and I miss you already. My love goes out to all of you, and congratulations.
Hi Grizzlies, I'm Lori Barrett. I coordinate a work program at the high school. I want you to know how much I applaud your strength and tenacity through your high school years. You are never defeated by any missed activities, events, or opportunities. Remember, successful people are not always gifted. They work hard, then succeed on purpose. So dream big, work hard, stay focused, and surround yourself with good people. If you're looking for the good or the bad, you're sure to find it. Thank you for looking for the good. Grizzly strong.
Hey class of 2020, I just wanted to let you know how proud I am of you and how much I love you. And even though maybe this is not what you expected, a few things I do know is that when we live through difficult times, we come together. That's what Grizzlies do. And I know for some of you who just possibly slept through the grapes of wrath, you might have missed the part where Ma Jode says, "We're the people, we go on." And she's right, we're the Grizzlies and we go on. I know you're gonna do some amazing things, and once again, I'm so proud of you, and I love you all. And don't forget to come back. It may not be for you, it might be for us.
Hi there, 2020 graduates. Mr. Bothwell here. I just wanted to thank you for all your hard work and creativity over the past 4 years. You have been an exceptional class, and despite the current disruption of things, your futures will be filled with hope, promise, and smoother sailing. Congratulations to all of you on this special day.
Hi, MCHS Grizzlies, seniors, class of 2020. Well, I don't know what exactly you're going through because it's been 100 years since anybody's experienced a pandemic. I do want to share a little story with you, and it was about a couple weeks ago. I was on a video chat with some friends and we were just doomsday.
You guys have a lot to live up to with those types of monikers. Not many folks can say the world stopped turning both the year that they were born and the year they graduate high school. You guys have special things to do in your lifetimes. So go out there and do it. Just make sure to remember where you're from and come back and visit. Now go rock it.
Hey class of 2020, I wanted to give a quick shout out and just tell you how proud I am of each and every one of you. I know we've had to navigate through some challenging times recently, but you have truly shown what it means to be a Grizzly. For many of you, I've watched you grow into mature young adults since you started 4 short years ago at MCHS. And I just wanted to tell you guys, congratulations. I'm proud of each of you, and you have done it.
Hey seniors, congrats, you made it. May not be in the way that you were expecting, but you still made it. It still counts. We'll see you later.
Grizzlies, class of 2020, you are living in history. Don't let this time define you, let it shape you, and go on and make your own history. We miss you, we love you, and we're proud of you.
Hello class of 2020, Mr. Starchman here from an undisclosed location in San Francisco. I want to reach out to you with a quote from Travels with Charlie by John Steinbeck. And he says, "What good is the warmth of summer without the cold of winter to give it sweetness?" And I think what he's trying to say is, these are dark times, but there are better times ahead. And I look to you guys for hope, because younger people are more flexible, you guys are creative, you think outside the box, you roll with the punches, and there are brighter days ahead, and I know that you guys are going to help us to get there. So be kind to one another, be caring, and do your best.
Hey Grizzlies, class of 2020, congratulations on your graduation. We're so proud of you and all you've accomplished. Good luck with all your adventures. Know that we're proud of you and we'll miss you. Please come back and tell us about all your new things that you're doing. Take care.
Hello, graduating class of 2020. Mrs. Leonard here, wishing you the best as you go off. Congratulations. And just remember, no matter where you go in life, wherever life leads you, you'll always be a Grizzly.
Hi, seniors. Kramer here. Just wanted to take a serious moment to just tell you congratulations and I'm so proud of you and stuff, and give you some inspiring words, because you guys inspire me a whole lot, and I just wanted to share some of my inspirations with you. So first, I'd like to wish you greatest success in your future, because success is awesome. Next, gotta let success be your own thing, man. You can't harsh on somebody else's vibe, you know? And then you guys have spent so long in school. I feel real bad for a couple of you, three of you spent 4 years with me. Oh, 4 years in math with Kramer. That sucks. Well, this is the beginning of your journey, and I just wish you guys all the total best in life. I can't wait to see what you guys do, to be successful and happy, and I hope you the very best. Congratulations, and I hope to see you around, man. All right, peace out.
And I want to wish you seniors of 2020 a fantastic graduation and great future plans. Bye.
Robert Stitt, social science teacher and football coach. Congratulations, class of 2020. I got 4 tips to help you in the future. The first one is work hard, because when you work hard, good things happen. The second tip is don't let anyone or anything get in your way and snuff out your torch. The third thing, always have a goal and have clear vision. And the fourth thing, don't be afraid to take risks. Yeah!
Greetings, Senior Grizzlies. This is Mr. Feaster, your music teacher.
My name is Celeste
Hi, Grizzlies. As you may know, my name is Parker Jones, and I am so grateful to have been your senior class president this year. When I learned I would have this position, I was worried I wouldn't have anything to talk about for this speech. Last year's speech covered the basics: fires, floods, and whatever trends MCHS learned about 2 to 3 months later than the rest of the world. However, our senior year alone has been more eventful than any of us could have ever imagined, and this is without all the really major stuff. Starting at the basics, classes got repainted for probably the first time in 40 years. I remember when the biggest problem on campus was whether or not they would put the mural across from the gym back up. To name a couple positives from the past 4 years, the drama department received a ton of money and put on an incredible production of Beauty and the Beast, and wrestling and football won sectionals. We also started our own Family Feud fundraiser and collected tons of donations for both Manor House and Adopt a Family. Like many of you, I've lived in Mariposa for as long as I can remember. A large percentage of my kindergarten class is graduating with me right now. I think that being stuck with the same people for so long has helped us develop a closeness that students from bigger schools will never really get. My freshman year, I was worried about meeting new people. It turned out the sense of community I knew from elementary school just transferred to high school, while allowing me to meet new people along the way. When new people would show up, or when old friends would leave, the whole school would change. You learn to see the best in people you're with every second of every day, and you're also held more accountable for your actions. Most of our parents know at least one of our teachers, even if it's just chatting in the aisles of Pioneer. That's another thing we all share: teachers that truly care about us. Although while stuck in quarantine, the constant flow of emails into our school accounts and the surveys asking how we were got a little annoying. It shows us how much the staff here wish for our success and for our well-being. As we go on with our lives, whether we choose to leave or to stay, we will always be able to tell people about the class of 2020. We can talk about Mariposa things like donkey basketball and fair, and what it's like to live next to one of the most beautiful places on the planet. We can talk about going off campus for lunch, the large percentage of trucks in our school parking lots, and how the Ahwahnee should never be called the Majestic Hotel again. Or we can talk about what it was like to fear fire season or flood season, or how high or low the river was this year. For those going off to college when they reopen, we can bond with our roommates about how many Zoom calls we had to answer, and what it was like to graduate so far apart from friends and family. After all we have endured, what I know for sure is that we will be okay. We will always have the support of this community and especially each other. Standing here today, knowing that we have made it so far, I am so proud of all of us. We did it together, and I am so grateful to have known all of you. Thank you.
everything is alright now. 'Cause the sky is finally opened, the rain and wind stop blowing. But you're stuck out in the same old storm again. Let go of your umbrella, 'cause darling, I'm just trying to tell ya that there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. Yeah, there's always been a rainbow hanging over your head. It'll all be right.
Tonight, we have a very special guest. He is a back-flipping, green and gold bleeding, heart as big as gold, legend in Mariposa. Welcome, Trace DeSandris.
Class of 2020, I can't tell you how honored I am to be speaking to you tonight on this very special night. I don't know if you remember, I hope that you do. 4 years ago, we talked about this day and how quickly your high school years would pass. But who could have ever known or thought that on that Friday, March 13th, we would walk off the campus and never come back again as a student or a teacher. You know, life sometimes just isn't fair. And you did get cheated. No spring sports, no FFA events, no band and chorus performances, no prom, no senior universal trip, no final senior walk through that gym in black, no yearbook rally, no final Grizzlies fell out. We'll take care of that in a couple minutes. You also didn't get the unique privilege of the excitement and anticipation of what it's like to be a senior in May and June, those last special weeks. For the first time in 34 years, I know how you feel. There's not going to be any more high school for me either. No more Grizzly University, no more rallies, no more coaching. Over the past 3 months, I've given a great deal of thought of what it means to me to have been a student, a coach, and a teacher at Mariposa High. And the overwhelming answer for me is there is nothing that I would have rather done. It was what I was supposed to do. And a big part of that is because of you. You guys fill my heart with so many amazing memories, as all students at MCHS have done. I have absolutely no regrets of the incredible experiences I've had with you as well as other MCHS students. I've been asked to give you some words of inspiration as you begin the next phase of your journey. And I hope that the last 4 years or 3 years and 3/4 semester were good for you. I hope you had a good experience. I hope there was something that somebody said or somebody did that made Mariposa special. I know that happened to me. It's my hope that you all understand and appreciate the amazing community you live in. It is amazing. The amazing people out there that have committed so much to you. I know you appreciate the
Hello, I'm Braden Hurd.
And I'm Diego Naranjo.
4 months. Crazy to think that it's been this long.
Some of us have been better than ever being able to set our own schedules, while others of us have struggled in this time of unknown.
Some of us have read one of the most challenging books of philosophy. Others of us have been indentured to Mango. Some of us have had to work hard just to keep up with the work.
But nonetheless, our class has persevered. Maybe it's a Mariposa thing, but we feel that our class has stood especially strong in this face of adversary.
We were raised in a town that has had to continuously bounce back. From raging fires to flooding, we have seen it all throughout our high school career.
Being a Mariposa kid means that despite all these setbacks, we still continue to work hard to be the best that we can be. We still remain the infamous class of 2020.
Even though this year was cut short, we still succeeded.
We put on performances.
We raised money for Adopt a Family.
We dressed up for Spirit Weeks day in and day out.
Won many sports competitions. We won 2 sectional championships. And through it all, we were united.
Although at times these challenges have made it feel like our world might crumble, we have still persevered.
At least after all of this, our kids will never be able to complain about high school.
Being part of such a tight-knit, close community allows us the benefit of going to such a small school. I remember when I first came to MCHS hating how small it was, but I've come to realize now, more than ever, how important these close bonds I've formed truly are. In stressful times like these, I knew that my teachers always had my back, especially when it was new to all of us.
Being from a small school has become a privilege. Without it, we would have never seen Finney's cat on Zoom, or heard about Keaton's legendary kayaking adventures every week. This has been rough for everyone, but through it all, we stayed together.
From the teachers and students that had to adapt to distance learning, and those students who used their voice to speak at board meetings, and the administrators who helped ensure graduation is possible, thank you.
If you're wondering what else we gained from our small high school, let's reminisce and reflect on some valuable lessons.
Coach DeSanders has taught us that you are never, ever too old to do a backflip and have a youthful spirit.
And he also taught us the value of waiting. Flashbacks from Pan, stencil, and health class.
English class has time and time again made us feel both enlightened and severely confused, a first for many.
Math has definitely taught us the value of perseverance.
History has taught us to grow from our mistakes.
Science has taught us that many of the world's mysteries lie in plain sight.
And Mr. Hebern taught us the value of budgeting literally everything, because life is incredibly expensive.
All of our Grizzly staff has taught us many valuable lessons that will now be the foundations for our lives. No matter where we end up, we will always remain Grizzlies. When we are old, we will undoubtedly tell our children and grandchildren what we've learned from these trying times and our unique high school experience.
From when we won sectional championships,
to adapting to distance learning,
and to being joined here today.
Once a Grizzly, always a Grizzly.
We adapt, and if we did not also overcome, then we would not be the class of 2020. We have certainly made our mark on the world.
To the classes of 2020 worldwide, and those here before us, we will always share something unique that no other classes had, something that a pandemic can never take away from us.
Finally, just as the Grizzly Code states, we shall overcome adversity and finish strong. The class of 2020 will always find a way to succeed. Thank you.
And go Grizzlies!
It's better. Okay.
And to share their wishes for our future, please welcome Raymond Merrow, Mackenzie Arnold, and
Good evening, everyone. Our names are Mackenzie Arnold, Claire Lewis,
and Raina Marrow, and we are honored to speak to you today. It's funny that throughout the years, the class of 2020 has been picked on for not having a label. However, current events have officially made us the most unforgettable class, because forever in history, the class of 2020 will be known as the class that survived the coronavirus outbreak. If there's one thing I know, the class of 2020 has the most promise for the future. The amount of intelligent, empathetic, and caring students from this group is incredible. And for that, parents, you should be proud. Proud that many of the students in this class hope to help the world and to help our country. Class of 2020 was born in the aftermath of 9/11. We entered high school the year of the presidential election, and we had to survive the seniors in the class of 2017. Now we are graduating during a global pandemic. We have held strong even though so much has been taken away this year, yet we all still strive to make the best out of the situation.
This pandemic has taught us many important life lessons. Life is never what you expect. You can plan all you want, but odds are those plans will change no matter how flexible they are. Life may give you lemons, and if you decide to make lemonade, you may get lemon juice in your eye. Although it'll sting in the moment, in the long run, you'll always be able to say that you made some damn good lemonade. There may not always be closure for what seems to be the biggest thing in your life at the time, even if it's what you've been waiting for all your high school career. Sometimes you'll have to accept a situation for what it is in order to look beyond to the bigger picture. In light of this pandemic, we will be ready for whatever the world throws at us. The year 2020 almost seems like a virus itself, and I'm personally ready to reboot to next year's model. 2021, what's the worst that could happen? Zombie apocalypse? Robot rebellion? We've got this shelter-in-place stuff down to a science. Although we are looking forward to the future for answers set in stone, in this time of uncertainty, one must remember that you don't always need to see a clear, complete picture. In fact, knowing what is to come takes the adventure out of life. Together, we have faced an incredible amount of challenges, and now is the time to let these challenges help you grow. Everyone always says that your 4 years of high school fly by, and for many of us, it certainly did. But our mini coronacation kind of stopped that. Recently, time has been ticking very slowly, and many of us have been anxious to receive our diplomas.
We share something with nearly every other graduating senior on the planet. We have all had our senior year cut short, and we will all be facing these challenges as we move past high school. Let this bring us together. While our dreams of a fun senior year have not been fulfilled, this is only a small part of our lives. So much more awaits us. In the words of Eleanor Roosevelt, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Don't let this pandemic force you into dreaming small. Let's take this as an opportunity. This pandemic has pointed out glaring flaws in our society that are up to us to change. We have a chance to reevaluate our lives and the social institutions that surround us. As we return to normal life in the coming months, let's consider which parts of normal are worth returning to. None of us are the same people we were when this year started, and maybe that's a good thing. As we move on from high school, I want you all to remember the bond between us. We have persevered and now stand poised to go out into the world in a time of great upheaval. Our journey has not been easy, and it probably will not get any easier, but then again, that's life. What matters is how we face the obstacles that are thrown our way.
But now is the time to celebrate. Cherish your time with your loved ones, push yourselves, and never give up. Because before you know it, another 4, 6, or even 20 years will go by in a blink of an eye. Abraham Lincoln once said, "Whatever you are, be a good one." No matter the circumstances, wherever you all end up in life, make sure at the end of the day, you're all happy.
This is the start of a new adventure.
Let's see where it takes us.
Many of you know me as the person you can reach out to with any questions school related. Even when I have zero idea the answer, I'll usually find out for you. I may drive you all absolutely crazy with school information and trying to get your help with different things. You know I honestly love MCHS, and you know, like many of you, I was genuinely really looking forward to these last few months with all of you. I really love being that person, but to be that person, there is a lot that happens behind the scenes. There's a lot of sacrifices, tears, and challenges this position faces that only a few really get to see. When homecoming was canceled this year, I was so upset. This is literally one of the biggest events ASB puts on, with months of planning and preparation for it. And I know I can't control when a fire cancels our event, but I couldn't help but feel like I failed as ASB president. Now, if homecoming felt like a failure to me, just imagine what Corona feels like to me. Everything I envisioned for this year turned out to be the complete opposite. I have a list of every yearly event ASB puts on in the spring, and almost every event didn't happen. That breaks my heart, and I know it broke a lot of yours too. What I would like to focus on today, though, is what we learn about ourselves and each other during these times when nothing works out the way we planned. As a famous quote goes, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. How have you reacted? Or better yet, how will you continue to react? One of my favorite events of the year is 8th grade visit, where I get to greet the next year's freshman class and tell them all about what they're getting themselves into when they become a Grizzly. Every year, I get my tour group into a circle so I can ask them 2 icebreaker questions that help me guide what to talk about on my tour. The questions are, what is one thing you are excited for coming to MCHS, and what is one thing you want to learn more about? Every year, the kids answer with a variety of answers, and I love to hear them. However, this year, I had some students respond with, nothing, and I don't want to learn anything. This took me back at first, and I didn't really know what to say, but I encouraged them that there was something every one of them should be excited about, even if it's something like being able to go off campus for lunch or meeting new people. I went home and I thought about this. It reminded me of the transition we're all about to face going into the real world. Some of you are heading off to college or the military, to jobs, or maybe you haven't quite figured it out yet. Whatever the case, we should ask ourselves the same questions. What is one thing you are excited about, and what is one thing you want to learn more about? If nothing comes to your mind right now, I encourage you to go home and take some time to think about it, because there really is something for every single one of us. The world is big, and Mariposa is just a very small part of it, but it was an essential part in building all of you. Even if you don't realize that yet, I know someday you will. It is understandable to want to leave this place. That is part of growing up, leaving the old and welcoming the new. Do you remember how exciting it was to leave your elementary schools and finally be at the high school? It is the same feeling we feel now as we leave our high school and enter the world. Exciting, terrifying, and full of the unknown. As we go, we need to make sure to remember the community we came from and never be ashamed of our roots. Yeah, you come from a small town, but that is so special. Through living here, you have learned what community really means, and that isn't something a textbook will teach you. This community supports one another. I mean, look at all the people who have worked so hard to get this to happen for you today. They care about you and they love you. Never forget that. Now it is time when we say our goodbyes, which can be sad, but we will say hello again, and you will say hello to many new places, people, and experiences. I wish you all the absolute best as you venture on your own paths in this world. Make sure to not compare yourselves throughout the process, and shall you ever need someone to talk to, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Once a Grizzly, always a Grizzly.
MCHS, class of 2020, I am so incredibly proud of all of you. I thought since we were having a drive-in graduation tonight, it would be appropriate to share some words of wisdom with you based on your favorite movies. When you signed up for graduation, I asked you to tell me your favorite movie. And I gotta say, you have a wide range of tastes, eclectic, funny, thoughtful, sometimes not school appropriate. I've seen most of the movies, a couple I saw for the first time, and a couple of the scary ones I never want to see again. There's no way I can highlight all 100 movies tonight, but I've taken some clips to share with you my words of wisdom as you move into the future.
This is how people do it now, Nikki. They have their interviews on the internet.
I like it. I know, child.
Okay, here they are. And when I hit this, they'll be able to see us. So come on and get in here close so we can be seen in the webcam. See how small the webcam is? No, get cheek to cheek. Nick, come here, cheek to cheek.
But don't crown me.
We can see you guys.
The next set of clips are basic life lessons. Whether you are making sure you're driving safe, practicing good hygiene, or trying to figure out how to maximize space in your dorm room, your apartment, or house, I want you to remember to always find humor in all situations.
Hell? Yo, you're getting on the freeway.
What?
No, turn right.
Okay.
Get out of the lane.
Wait,
No. Okay, get the procedure. Just get out the lane. Truck.
What do I do,
Yo, just go straight. Go straight.
Pretty basic.
your seatbelts. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Clark, don't pick your nose in front of me, please.
I'm not picking, I'm scratching.
We think it would be very prudent.
Can we turn our beds into bunk beds?
Yes.
Why are you guys so sweaty?
All right, we've already figured out how to do this. The beds match up perfectly.
And here's the thing, it'll give us so much extra space in our room to do activities.
Please say yes.
And as you move through life, choose the right team. Bring people around you that will lift you.
You're better than this. Join us. Use your powers for good. Heads up. Be a superhero.
Don't let a game define who you are. Let the way you live your lives do that.
And be true to yourself. You don't have to do things the way others do it. Figure out how to tell your truth. Get on board and make the most of the life you were given.
Look, talent comes everywhere, but having something to say and a way to say it so people listen to it, that's a whole other bag. And unless you get out there and you try to do it, you'll never know. That's just the truth.
Some people can read War and Peace and come away thinking it's a simple adventure story.
Others can read the ingredients on the back of a chewing gum wrapper and unlock the secrets of the universe.
You must do what you feel is right, of course.
One thing about trains. It doesn't matter where they're going. What matters is deciding to get on.
I figure life's a gift, and I don't intend on wasting it.
I find I'm so excited I can barely sit still or hold a thought in my head. I think it's the excitement only a free man can feel. A free man at the start of a long journey whose conclusion is uncertain.
And even when things don't go your way, face it head on. Keep going. If you get knocked down, get back up and move forward. It's the things that are hard that make us stronger.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Uh-oh.
Don't tell me. We're about to go over a huge waterfall.
Yep.
Sharp rocks at the bottom?
Most likely.
Bring it on.
Hey, Mr. Grumpy Gills. When life gets you down, you know what you gotta do?
I don't want to know what you gotta do.
Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do we do?
A great fighter once said, "It ain't about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward."
The flower that blooms in adversity is the most rare and beautiful of all.
Find your passion. Stand up for what you believe in and make the most out of every year and every opportunity.
Hello. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Ultimately, we're all dead men. Sadly, we cannot choose how, but we can decide how we meet that end in order that we are remembered as men.
Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
And graduates, I want you to have fun, take risks, and dance like no one is watching.
Yep. I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, You could miss it.
Tower, this is Ghost Rider requesting a flyby.
Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
No, ma'am. This is not a good idea. Sorry, Goose, but it's time to buzz the tower. I used to put my faith in worship.
And no matter what you do or where you go, I want you to remember how much your family and this community loves you. We are so incredibly proud of you, and you will always be a Grizzly.
You read us a bedtime story?
No.
Pretty please.
We can't sleep. We can't even try. Then their mother sang a lullaby. Good night, kittens. Close your eyes. Sleep in peace until you rise. Though while you sleep, we are apart. Your mommy loves you with all her heart.
She makes her whole family proud. Sometimes the world seems against you. The journey may leave a scar, but scars can heal and reveal just where you are. The people you love will change you. The things you have learned will guide you. And nothing on earth can silence the quiet voice still inside you. And Father?
Simba, you have forgotten me.
No. How could I?
You have forgotten who you are, and so forgotten me. Look inside yourself, Simba. You are more than what you have become.
Remember, the Force will be with you, always.
Now present to you the awarding of these diplomas to the class of Lily Martinez. Samantha Miles. Bryce O'Brien. April Pretzer. Dylan Rouse. Cyrus Saberna. Thomas Smith. Graciela Tafoya. Sandra Willie. And now there will be a short pause while we take photos. These photos will be available to you to download, as well as the photos that we are taking in front. Mariposa County, family, friends, community, may I present to you the graduated class of 2020. Seniors, turn your tassels. Congratulations, seniors, graduates.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Hey, some days you wake up and nothing works, you feel surrounded. Gotta give your feet some gravity to get you grounded. Keep good things inside your ears just like the waves and sound it. And just say whatever, cause there is no way you're grounded. Everyone falls down sometime, but you just gotta know it'll all be fine. It's okay. It's okay.